on your way down, I want you to stop at this station for identification. I'm gonna turn you over to your sound dimension, your music producer. Everybody on the ball.
Approaching lunchtime signal is brought to you by Zilla's Kitchen. Located at Bridge Street, Port Antonio, they're open 24/7. Call and place your order at 453-6030. That's 453-6030. The time by Zilla's Kitchen is
11:32.
People want all of the listeners them right now. I want to hear we talk about it well frequent from the other day regarding the Styles FM Jamaica app. That's what I used. When me did I'm in a bother with a laptop, I just use me Android phone, go on Google Play and download the Styles FM Jamaica app. But one of the nice thing about it is that in case there's a power outage in your area, Styles FM is still streaming. It's not very little bit of megabytes it use up, so it almost nullified. And people who can link up them thing with them car can go and travel. If you move out of range in Jamaica, you can go and link it up with a vehicle and listen to the radio show same way. We have two apps, but I want them on a pre right now because that one is very interactive. You can get a number of shows, 5 shows on Styles FM, repeated. If you miss Dr. Iman Black Metamorphosis, you have one whole week where you can listen back to it. If you miss Real Talk, Smooth Sailing, you have one whole week, Solid Gold Styles with Captain Baker, and also Sister P, Spiritual Vibrations, if you miss those. So people, Styles FM Jamaica app, the one, the STYLZ, put a space, FM, and another space, Jamaica.
Enter the Dine Well with Kendall promotion, October 12 to November 30, 2015, for a chance to win dinner for 2 valued at $10,000. Purchase any 5 Kendall products, correctly fill out your entry, complete with the slogan, Dine Well with Kendall. Attach proof of purchase, drop in the box or mail to Dine Well with Kendall promotion, P.O. Box 4, Kingston 11. Grand draw December 9th, 2015. Dine Well with Kendall.
Coming from town, your face turn to this sound. On your way up or on your way down, I want you to stop at this station for identification. I'm gonna turn you over to your sound dimension, your music producer. Everybody on the ball. I did for mommy, I did for daddy, I did for everybody.
Yes. On the line is Christopher Mackenzie, who lives in New York, namesake to Christopher Chung. As a matter of fact, he don't bother to use the name Chris when I say Chungy, he's just saying namesake, and I know who he's talking about. All right, Chris. Well, first of all, I don't know a person calling and they said they want roll call and so forth. And the thing that I just did, Grace Bow says that, Grace Bow is from Portland and she lives in Georgia, Stone Mountain, Georgia. She says she is speechless. And Taria, she loves the roll call and she says she dying with laugh at my roll call. But she wants to make sure that all the faithful, she wants to say good morning to all the faithful listeners to this program. So let us go into it now, Chris. What you have to say?
Well, first of all, I want to say greetings to you, Sister P, Chongi, and the Star staff. I also want to say good blessed day. Denise, Taria, Maxine from Moreland. They are the faithful listeners. Yes, remember them names clearly because as an avid listener, I hear the names on the station.
Ever read in Florida too, Ever read in Florida. And then you have Ever read. Ever not miss the program. It's just that Ever don't call in. But him text me already since morning. Him said the people, the French, them come in, them is, him never said them come in, him said them is leeches.
Yeah, I want to bless the Mackenzie also, and the bicycle man. I don't know him as yet. But
Yeah, man, bicycle man, him fix bicycle up Django Gully. And him ride all the way from Port Antonio to come a restaurant. So you know something I have to big him up.
Yeah, him sound like a leader and a strong one, so.
Yeah, man, a very nice brethren.
Yeah, but I want to discuss the situation with Francis. And I'm quite sure you're not the only one, teacher. I'm not on Facebook. I don't really do anti-social media. The reason why I say anti-social media, because of that media, people don't really socialize anymore. And for a reason for that, the socializing is when a group of people meet up in person and socialize. Now, you're socializing with a bunch of people on a media, and nobody knows who nobody are. You never meet them in person. You know nothing about them. You just know what they are reading. And to me, that's not social. That's anti-social behavior.
It is antisocial behavior. So why more time I just, when I go on, most of the reason is because, I am a business person. So I go on and I scroll down and I say that. And a matter of fact, since this whole thing French come up, me just unfriend some people because there are certain things. Whenever you start to tell me that you're dripping in the blood of Jesus, or, like those kind of things, then basically I sort of unfriend a lot of people like that because that is the liberty. Living is my thing. Blood is not my thing. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't bother with the blood business there. So, and I don't like killing, and I don't like all of those things. So, business-wise, I have to stay upon it.
And as far as them saying Facebook is letting people learn a lot about the history, I think those people are on Facebook need to check out YouTube because way more history on YouTube than Facebook. And the people on Facebook, I find out majority of them, they are tuning into the wrong entertainment. They are tuning into the media of today, which is spreading propaganda and not really enriching the history of anyone but their own agenda, the future of one agenda. And as far as France is, a lot of people are complaining and crying about France. When 9/11 happened, they did the same. When the bombing in London happened, they did the same. And the only thing I see anybody really highlighted about any African nation is when they kidnapped the girls. Boko Haram took the girls in Nigeria. And as you can see, they still haven't found all the girls. But that media that has died out. Nobody's highlighting that anymore.
Don't forget the 147 in Kenya earlier this year.
Oh, yes.
And don't forget the 224 with the Russian plane there in
Russian
Egypt.
plane.
Yes.
That only lasted a week,
Yes.
And nobody's really paying attention to those things, but they want to pay attention to the colonial rulers who are always crying and leaning and begging for mercy, and people are being blindsided by that and giving them more aid and not realizing that there's a whole other situation going on in the world that these Western people and the colonialists are not highlighted. For example, they're waging this war on Muslim countries and nobody knows what's really happening in those countries because that is not being highlighted. How many kids and women and families are dying innocently who have nothing to do with their war, as they would call it, casualties of war.
Well, it just seems to me that the casualties of war in these countries goes up into the thousands, not just hundreds, into the thousands, because now what France did was they just went into Syria and started bombing. How many innocent people who have nothing to do with all of this got killed? And this happens on a daily basis in Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan. These people in these countries have gotten angry.
Well, they have a right to, because they are dying and they're not doing anything wrong to anyone, to anyone. I mean, everybody wants to point this as the start of it, which they know as 9/11, the terrorists bombed the towers. And because of that now, everybody wants to castrate these people as a whole, and not the individuals who they claim, if they even have proof that was orchestrated by these people. And you go and bomb a whole country. I have a friend that lives in Pakistan, and he went back home and he visited Afghanistan, which is right next door. And he told me, he says, Chris, if you see this place, and I can't even explain, they bombed this country from one end to the next year.
Yes.
Last year.
Yes.
Now, you destroy a country, a whole country of people, for what? Because you're angry, because of revenge? I mean, seriously? Is that the way that you're teaching us to go and deal with people when they offend us? Because I don't see it solving anything. These people are angry now, and these people are looking at it that they're going to die anyway because these colonialists are saying, to them, these colonialists are looking at it like they're not going to stop and they wipe off until they wipe off all these people off the earth. So these people now have to look at it like, listen, my future is hanging in the balance. I'm going to die anyway. So what am I going to do? Sit here and wait for my death or fight to survive? And now you see where some of these people are fighting because they don't really have a choice now,
Well, I was talking with someone the other day, and the person said to me, they said, well, the West has always taken the war to them. Example,
Yes.
Afghanistan and Iraq. So what is happening now is that they are bringing the war to the West. But when the West was taking the war to them, everybody over here sit down and them cheer. I mean, like, I can remember when America went into Iraq and said weapons of mass destruction. All of these people were saying, yes, them have weapons of mass destruction. When they found that there was no weapons of mass destruction, nobody got charged, nobody got taken before the International Criminal Court. As a matter of fact, that court seems to be only set up for Africans.
Well, that court only is built to benefit the Western world and its compatriots. That's as far as I see, because none of these other Eastern countries like the Middle East and Africa have any say in that world court.
No.
But they are not getting any support from the world court.
Because true and in fact, that International Criminal Court, if it was really set up
That's right.
fairly,
Yes.
if it was really set up fairly, I know that Rumsfeld and him, Cheney and Bush and the whole of them would have been gone there. But it's not set up fairly.
Exactly. Yes, they would have been charged for war crimes, and rightfully so, because what Bush had said was, Saddam Hussein and, Osama bin Laden and his cronies are responsible for the world trade. Now, they had intelligence that these people were in Afghanistan. How do you end up in Iraq?
That is it.
A far cry from Afghanistan, and
Yeah.
then you destroy the whole country of Iraq and murder its leader, saying you're looking for weapons of mass destruction when these people didn't even have an issue with America
No,
and the world.
no.
The war was with Jordan and Saudi Arabia.
But they were the ones
They won't.
who armed Saddam Hussein in the first place. They were the ones who armed him when Iraq and Iran was fighting. You see, so what I tell you.
And you see a lot of these people that I hear saying that, this shows hatred and people are hating. It makes me wonder if they are showing love and who they are showing love to. Are you showing love to somebody that's your own kind of support? Or are you showing love to your oppressor? And if you are so showing love to your oppressor, then that means you are showing hatred to your own kind. And they don't know. And a lot of them don't want to know. That's what I realized. I speak to people in the streets of New York here. And I realized when I brought to certain subjects, they automatically take a defensive. Like they're trying to calm me down and point out their point. And I realize it's because they don't want to hear what I am saying because I guess it's too strong for them. Like the man in the movie had said, you want the truth, you can't handle the truth. And I see a lot of that here. A lot of these people cannot handle the truth because they don't even want to know what's happening over there. They just want to know what America is saying and England is saying and Paris and France. They don't want to hear anything.
No, they don't want to hear nothing because
hear that one side of the story, and then at the same time, when they have a personal issue in their household or in their community, and somebody come and say something, to say, well, you can't listen to one side of the story, you have to hear both sides.
Yes.
Comes to a global issue like this now.
It's only one side you listen to. Only one side we listen to. But Every just sent me a text and Ever said, but the majority of the hijackers on 9/11 were Saudi. Them never invade Saudi Arabia. So they never. And right now, I think I was reading, where was I reading, that America is selling how many weapons, a whole lot of weapons to our planes or something to Saudi Arabia. And I've never understood because Saudi Arabia has a thing, women can't, if you're a woman, you can't even drive over there. And yet still America has all of these things with human rights, but it don't apply to Saudi Arabia. Why? Because most of their oil comes from Saudi Arabia, or used to anyway. I don't know if it still is because since them find natural gas and oil and their thing, but it is just so unfair. But I know you wanted to, I don't know what you feel about the statement where the president of France said that without Africa, France will slide down into the rank of a third world power. This was the president who was there in March 2008. And before...
Yeah, I remember him.
Yes, you remember him?
Yes, I remember him clearly. And as far as that situation is, that just shows you that these so-called first world countries could never be first world without riding off the back of the so-called quote-unquote third world countries. As he has just stated, that if countries stop supporting them or giving them aid or what natural resources that they can produce themselves, they will fall into that gap in a third world country. America doesn't have any natural resources. Well, not enough to maintain the people them that live here. Neither does England or France or Russia. Those files are not first hand to plant, and their water are not as great as ours. So as far as that goes, those people need these so-called third world countries, which I would refer to as first world countries because they have everything for human consumption and human.
But they were the first. They were the first, and them gotta go do for them something. And them gotta go do for them something. They were the first. They never know nothing about them people there.
Yeah, their psychological effect of it to depress these people so they can make them feel less than who they are, so they can get what they have and show them what they need to have in form of these modern technological things, these modern weapons and internet and TVs and these fancy things really grab your attention and distract you, as per se, from what you really need to do, which is farming, taking care of families, living with love, showing love to each other, wake up and say good morning to your neighbors. I live where I live now, Sister P. I've lived here for 7 years, and I met one of my neighbors across the street 2 weeks ago. This lady says, where do you live? And I showed her, I said, right there, right across the street from you. And she says, really? How long you been living here? I said, 7 years. She says, what? And I've never seen you. But it just goes to show you how people are distant from human beings in their own midst. But when it comes to anti-social media and TV, they know everything.
Yes, they do.
Know
Yes,
what's
they
going
do.
on their own block. They don't even know who's on their own block.
You know, I want to let you know the countries that participated in this Berlin conference. Austria, Hungary. Imagine a country like Austria and Hungary. Belgium, and then you can understand now why a lot of these people are coming from Belgium. They go into Belgium and they move from there and they go around. Then you have Denmark, France, the United Kingdom, Italy, the Netherlands. That's where the International Criminal Court is, so no wonder they don't take anybody from these other countries there. Portugal, Spain, Sweden, and Norway. And of course, the good old USA and Germany. These are the countries that were involved in the Berlin conference.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
More information that I didn't know.
Yes, yes.
And Sister P, I feel like since I started listening to your show, I just started going to school. I feel like all the schooling and education that I've gotten over the last 5 years was ridiculous. Like, it hasn't benefited me one bit. It hasn't inspired me to be great. And this show here that I've been listening to with you for the last, I've been a listener for 4 years now, and I can tell you I've made drastic and major changes in my life for the better, not for the worse. And I've influenced a lot of other people, which I didn't even realize until they start coming back to me and letting me know what I've done for them, you know. And I didn't do it because I was looking for a handout. I didn't even realize I was doing it. I was just doing what I know is righteous.
Well, you know, Chris, I tell you something, you know, it's like a lot of people think that because you're on the radio, you're into some kind of hype. Forget about the hype. I'm not interested in no hype. I get an opportunity to share information with people. And trust me, I love having that opportunity. Because I just say, you know, you learn a lot. As I am going along with the program, I am also learning a lot. And every week I try to bring something to let people know more about themselves. And of course, Eva just texted in again to say the biggest weapons deal in the history of Saudi Arabia, them just close it. Them and the USA. So, you know, so this is just world politics. The fact that most of the hijackers came from Saudi Arabia didn't have nothing to do with them, with the biggest weapons deal. But it's all about own and control and who, it's just about power, you know. But you started off by saying that you really, these African countries that have to be paying so much, in $500 billion per year. Without that, France would be nothing, absolutely nothing.
Then I think France and other world powers need to pay a bigger respect to those African nations, as they even themselves admit. Without those countries, they would backslide into a third world denomination. And that shows that they need it. So in a realistic view right now, France is not independent. They are dependent. Just like all these other countries, if they depend on these African nations to strive, that's not an independent country.
No. But so the fact that they had the nerve, and you see what they did to all of the leaders that decided that they did not want to go along with that whole money going to France and all of that. They killed them all. You see what happened? They got from soldiers from the French legionnaires to go in and kill them, or you stage a coup against them. And then we, as I said, we stay over here, and when we hear of a coup, we say, see there, the African them say that, then gone again, coup again. Yeah, well, you never know why the coup is. And as I was saying to Chongi earlier, I said, every time you see some uprising in one of these African nations, it all has to do with the natural resources. The people who say, we want the resources to stay in this country, and the next people say, well, if we stay here, so them are going to starve we out, so make the colonial masters them, and it's those two groups of people who are always fighting against each other. And then the people who are fighting for the country and say, listen, this is ours, we want to stay. You know what they're called? They're called terrorists.
Terrorists.
Yes, yes.
That's the label that they give them, and as far as labels go, it's just that, a label. Doesn't have any meaning or any power behind it. You know, a president or a prime minister of a country is just that, just a label. He doesn't have any power because one man cannot change the world. It's the people who control the country, not the prime minister, which is one representative of one person. So when these people are complaining about what the government is not doing, remember your numbers outnumbers people in parliament and government agencies. So if you want to sit there and wait for them to dictate what you should do, then you will always live in that strife. Until you decide to unite as a people and stand up for what is right and what you believe in, then your country will always be dictated by whosoever you claim you vote office. Yeah.
Well, Denise, first of all, Denise wants to tell our listeners good morning, and Denise is here with us, and Denise says that she really agrees with everything that you're saying, Chris. And she said she get to the point of where she just feel like going to some isolated island. And it's funny because I was just feeling to myself the other day, and I said, I used to live up in the hills. And the funny thing is, there was no running water. Lived there for several years. And there was no electricity and all of those things. And I survived. I never felt like I was short on anything. I never felt like I was deprived of anything. But what has happened is you come out here, and there's still a lot of things that I don't really get into. But, we as a people, we buy and we buy. I tell you. And every week them come out with a different phone. You dash for the old one, you pick up the new one. And then you say to yourself, then you get down and you say, boy, when I have nothing, nothing now go on, all kind of something. But something going on for those people. And every piece of gadget that come out, the last one, Mr. them come with that one long stick, say you have to take selfie. Yeah?
Yeah, and they're selling that, something where you can make yourself. You can get a broomstick and design a little your phone panel or whatever and make your own stick. But they are running to the stores and killing themselves to make $1 to go buy the so-called selfie stick, which, how long is going to last you, that selfie stick? 6 months before it mash up and you have to buy another one.
But let me tell you something, Chris. I never take a selfie yet. I can't see a reason why I'm going to take a selfie. Because basically, there was a world before selfie. I used to live in a nice, peaceful world. I don't want to know what's going on out there. I have to just make sure I read the newspaper every day to keep on informed. But I mean, like, I don't want to know what people doing every minute of the day. That you're getting into my head space. And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like my silent hours. I love my own company.
A lot of them don't realize, that same selfie stick, not really looking at the meaning behind it and what is really driving that selfie. Is a short acronym for selfie. It's a short word for self.
Yeah.
When you're going to get a selfie stick, you're just trying to show around you who have sense and use your brain properly that you are all about yourself.
Boy, that sounds hard. I don't really think that really applies to everybody. But I think what happens is that people, we just get caught up into the thing. Because basically before that, everybody knows, say, well, boy, when you see your friend, you see your friend. And when you don't come together, it's just a whole heap of love and everything. And if you never come, sometimes you call them on the phone or them call you. And that was nice. That was nice. I know you want to be informed of every person's every movement and so. No, give me a break. Too much information.
What them don't realize also, what you just mentioned about them get a phone and then 6 months and...
Boy, well, it was Chris. Anyway, I just want listeners to know that tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, in recognition of World Storytelling Day, I will be telling Anansi stories at the Hope Bay Library at 11 o'clock in the morning, and I know that it's arranged for the students to come in. I used to read for them every Friday evening, but as your life get busier, you just kind of move on and so forth. But once again, I'm back with the Hope Bay Library, and I will be telling stories there, Nancy stories, at 11 o'clock tomorrow morning in recognition, it's Hope Bay Library in recognition of World Storytelling Day. So we learned about France's behavior with Africa. I hope it has opened your eyes. I hope you have seen life differently. I know a lot of people, a lot of you out there, especially some elder people, glad for the information, but I know that you are not texting in. But give thanks to the Most High. I was able to pass on this information to you. And as Grace Ball says, she is speechless. As we move on to the next segment.
On your way up or on your way down, I want you to stop at this station.
This is the inspirational moment on Styles FM.
For anyone who has ever said, my luck is so bad. To those who have ever asked, why do things always happen to me? For anyone who has dared to say, I give up. Get a pencil, get a piece of paper, and write this down. What you ask for is what you get. What you see is what you are. What you give, you get back. Someday, somehow, sooner or later. Did we just say that? What you give, you get back. Someday, somehow, sooner or later. You see, life is it. It even applies to countries like France. There is no such thing as bad luck. The ancient Africans said, with your own hands, you make your success. With your own hands, you destroy it. We say things return to us. We do things we know are not good for us. We think things that create situations that we don't want. You know, people say, boy, I'm stressed out, all kind of problem take me. We think things that create situations we don't want. The only way to create success or luck is to think, speak, and act in ways that support ourselves.
That was the inspirational moment on Styles FM.
Are you sick of living an average life and tired of just getting by? Do you want to take your life to the next level? Learn the secrets of the super successful. Listen to Power in a Half Hour with Coach Mark this and every Wednesday night on Styles FM from 9 to 10 p.m. Learn the habits of the super successful and how to make these habits work for you. Learn to turn your dreams and desires into reality. You can win in the game of life. Let Coach Mark show you how. Every Wednesday night on Styles FM from 9 to 10 p.m.
Mr. Brown, the work material done, you know. What me fi do?
Check Robinsons and Sons Hardware, man. Them have everything you need and more. They are at 18 West Palm Avenue, Port Antonio, Portland. Paints, nails, doors, everything to meet your hardware needs and much more. Call them at 993-9763 or 382-6209 and email them at sandarhardware@gmail.com.
Mr. Brown, me get everything we need quick and fast. Sure, maybe we could have just stopped the chatting so we could have done the work just as fast.
What was that, Johnny?
No, man. We just say Robinson and Son are going good.
Robinsons and Sons Hardware. We are always here to serve you.
Upscale. Sangatia Fox presents London meets Portland. Family Fun Day. We talk about Family Fun Day. Saturday, December 26, 25.
2015. Atlantic Club, Mansion Hill, Portland, where the girls them boat land. Non-stop fun for the kids them. All day. We have lots of giveaways and we have lots of prizes and surprises. People who have education and stuff to give. We have laptops to give. We have school bags to give. Tablets to give. We have books and pens. And we have fun for the kids them too. So we have DJ dancing and singing contests. And don't forget we have kids ride. We have boats about. We have water slide. We have trampoline. It's just total fun for the kids them. It's gonna be crazy fun. Don't forget the big bingo party. 20,000 cash. Family fun day. London Beach, Portland. Extensive splash. Get there. Now wait till next year.
Portlanders, Akan Auto Technology, located at 33 Bombrook Crescent, Port Antonio. Visit us for all your auto repair and servicing. We offer computerized wheel alignment, computerized wheel balancing, suspension checks, AC repair, inspection, and all your auto repair needs. For complete auto repair and service, visit or call Akan Auto Technology today at 715-5205. And remember, we are located at 33 Bombrook Crescent.
Hi, this is Leroy Gibbon passing through saying, you're listening to Sister P on the Spiritual Vibration Show. Sister P, you know what? Just love how you send it across to them culturally, you know. Send it to them same way because them need it, Sister P. Leroy Gibbon says so.
It's late in the evening.
Yes, you're listening to a group called Catch. Even if it's Chongi said Catch. Yeah, they were around in the 1980s. Yeah, you know, some young youths. In fact, one of them, his brother, was a drummer in Third World, but he passed on a couple of years. Young guy passed on a couple of years earlier. I can't remember what it was, and I was just trying to find out more information on them, but there's really not much on them. But Koch, and I don't have enough music to give a half hour of them, so I'm sharing the space with Paul Blake and the Bloodfire Posse, as you can see on my playlist there, Chungy. So the first part of it is this group called Koch.
Now, yes, I try to cover up my fears, saying to myself, tonight I will pay tears, tears, falling like rain, tears, tears, another heart knows my pain, tears, tears, all the tears a heart must cry, tears, tears, now the tear becomes
Okay, we're sharing the space today with Koch and Paul Blake and the Bloodfire Posse. And I know most people must remember this. Do you remember this?
But make the place so tidy, every posse get flat. My posse flat, and that posse flat. Now make the place so tidy, every posse get flat. I'm here again, but me come a little harder. Because the tear of the barriers don't revolutionize rubber dub style. Come back on ya. Down low, make me show you up we want get flat. Every posse get flat. I make the place so tidy. Every posse get flat. My posse flat, and your posse flat. I make the place so tidy. Every posse get flat. In the dance floor, the people come together, and them a chant this a rubber dub sound. Hey, just look around, everyone a do the same thing. Because a song a choice make you want to get flat. Everybody get flat. But make the place so tidy. Everybody get flat. That posse flat. Blood fire posse flat. Nobody make the place untidy. Every posse get flat. Dog, this a one. Tuning on the rocker, some are spin, some are green, just ride the rhythm. If you can't find a groove, nobody make no move. You will jump on your back, turn nobody with that. Every posse get flat, get flat, get flat. Every posse get flat. To keep the rockers alive. Oh, I'm just a rubber dub soldier, fighting to keep the rockers alive. I'm a new recruit of the rubber dub army. I'm a private marching confidently, stepping through the battlefield with success, just to prove that the rockers are the best. Because I'm just a rubber revolution, every rubber dub style, the mash down every community. Can't deal with no function, no bother with soul. Rubber dub at the control, because I'm just a rubber dub soldier, fighting to keep the rockers alive. If it means that I'll have to be working from a 9 until 5. Set it, ribbit, watch it, dub west. Strictly rhythm. Dub said that I'm just a rubber dub soldier, fighting to keep the rockers alive. If it means that I'll have to be working from a 9 until 5. Just a rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber working from a 9 until 5. Just a rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber ram tam 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 tam. I said that I'm just a rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub. I bubble up, I bubble up, I bubble from a 9 until 5. Just a rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber ram tam.
The taste of quality. And the time, all courtesy of Kendall, is
12:30.
I said that I'm just a rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub, rubber dub. I bubble up, I bubble up, I bubble.
People want all of the listeners them right now. I want to hear we talk about it well frequent from the other day regarding the Styles FM Jamaica app. That's what I used. When me did them in a bother with a laptop, I just use my Android phone, go on Google Play and download the Styles FM Jamaica app. But one of the nice thing about it is that in case there's a power outage in your area, Styles FM is still streaming. It's not very little bit of megabytes it use up, so it almost nullified. And people who can link up them thing with them car can go and travel. If you move out of range in Jamaica, you can go and link it up with a vehicle and listen to the radio show same way. We have 2 apps, but I want them want on a pre right now because that one is very interactive. You can get a number of shows, 5 shows on Styles FM, repeated. If you miss Dr. Iman Black Metamorphosis, you have one whole week where you can listen back to it. If you miss Real Talk, Smooth Sailing, you have one whole week, Solid Gold Styles with Captain Baker, and also Sister P, Spiritual Vibrations, if you miss those. So people, Styles FM Jamaica app, the one the STYLZ, put a space, FM, and another space, Jamaica.
Are you sick of living an average life and tired of just getting by? Do you want to take your life to the next level? Learn the secrets of the super successful. Listen to Power in a Half Hour with Coach Mark this and every Wednesday night on Styles FM from 9 to 10 p.m. Learn the habits of the super successful and how to make these habits work for you. Learn to turn your dreams and desires into reality. You can win in the game of life. Let Coach Mark show you how. Every Wednesday night on Styles FM from 9 to 10 p.m.
Ladies, something is on for you on a Tuesday night.
Music.
No more loneliness. Now you have Prestige, your ultimate companion. Experience his musical charm with charismatic passion. So innovative and more interactive.
From 9 to 12 midnight.
On Styles FM. Music with Prestige. Don't miss it.
Everybody go a Builders Depot. Portland #1 hardware, that's a Builders Depot. You want to fix up your yard? Builders. You could be living abroad? Builders. Hurricane season come? Builders. To make your roof blow down? Builders. We have the best pricing? Builders. And the best parking? Builders. Harbor Dash we are waiting. And we are carrying the swing.
Builders Depot, right at Industrial Estate Longwall in Burns Bay. I call them at 715-3128 or 284-3337. Check them out.
Yes, Chris, are you there? Yes. You said you wanted to add something.
Yeah, I just wanted to let the listeners know, those who are in favor, thank you, and those who have a conflict of interest, remember, before you can tell somebody how to keep them out, make sure you're out clean first.
That makes sure it's in order. Because then we would have to go put up Jamaica flag for the amount of Jamaicans that have been murdered in the last so much years. Which
actually
we'd have to go put up
them murdered by the civil incursion, not to mention the gunman and the criminals, them were killed off and the baby them were dead and the little girl them were get raped. We need to address those situations in our own country first before we start mourning for other people and their atrocities. And to Sandra, don't worry, you're not eating no more of them French fries. You can just eat some fried.
Yeah. All right, Chris. Before you come, I just want to. I just see something here on Styles thing here, and it is asking people out there to participate in the company survey. They want you to know what do you think about Styles FM, and I see a couple people here. But I don't see none of me people them here, so beg or no. Just put something on Styles. What? Me out there, man. Put something on the on there. No, so you don't go to the anti-social, but me just check something over here. Yeah, send it so that them can put it on there. You hear, Chris?
Oh, send it to WhatsApp?
Yeah, man.
Okay, no problem.
We'll put it on there, yes. And also this goes for Denise. And I know that... Denise sent hers already? I don't see it. I just see. Oh, okay. Yeah. But me want people who listen to spiritual vibration. Oh, when I'm partial, then I'm going to work hard for. All right. Yes. Anyway.
I'll get it on there. Okay, then I see.
Yes, I see.
If you weather that storm, then that rain breaks, son. Been a long time coming, I know change gon' come. Man, I gotta keep it moving to the beat of my drum. Last night I set the future at the feet of my son. But they thinking that my generation gotta die young. If we all come together, then they can't divide one. Don't worry about it. just be about it. Got a message from God, heaven too crowded. But I say, hey, young world, you never look better. And I heard change start with the man in the mirror. This generation, I'ma represent a generation led by a black president. Now how's that for change? Who knew that can change? I don't even look at the flag the same. Yeah. So when you finish reading Revelations, thank God for my generation.
Children of today are the men and women of tomorrow. So right now we can't afford to go down, no sorrow. No sorrow. Lord of mercy, yes. They get the youths, them a superstar. They get the youths, them a rising star. Now kill them off in a bus and car. Protect them go near and far. Jamaica children, them a superstar. Jamaica children, them a rising star. And it no really matter who you are. If you no check for the youth, stay far. Everything you figure talk it make them hear. And not every clothes you figure buy it make them wear. No chemical you should have put in a the mirror. Make big man a give your little girl buzz fear. And not every food you figure buy it make them eat. And not every shoes you figure put on them feet. And not everything you figure do make them see it. And leave them unprotected vulnerable in the street. Get your youths them a superstar. Get your youths them a rising star. No kill them off in a bus and car. Protect them go near and far. Jamaica children, them a superstar. Jamaica children, them a rising star. And it no really matter who you are. If you no check for the youth, stay far. Dr. Rasta tell you say your knowledge you fi seek. Dr. Rasta tell you say your wisdom you fi speak. Dr. Rasta tell you say be humble and be meek. Take care of the youth, no make badness repeat. Dr. Rasta tell them say be old and beware. Dr. Rasta tell them say fi not up them here. Dr. Rasta tell them fi the youth them fi care. Here, and everywhere. Cute. Better Rasta tell them say stop prostitute. Police no fi shoot down innocent youth. Get your youths them a superstar. Get your youths them a rising star. No kill them off in a bus and car. Protect them go near and far. Get your children them a superstar. Jamaica children them a rising star. And it no really matter who you are. If you no check for the youth, stay far. I got the Rasta tell you say your knowledge you fi.
Just wanna give a shout out to Shoeberry. One brethren said to me, you know, him say, Sister P, oh, you never said nothing about Shoeberry. You never shout out to Shoeberry. So last week, you make sure Shoeberry and food for it. So I said the brethren here. Him say, Sister P, you know, so I never get to hear the program last week. I did tell you, say, I said I did give the shout out to Shoeberry. And also, I just want to say good afternoon. Yes, it is afternoon too. Because I depend so heavily on the taxi service, I want to give a shout out to Kirk, taxi driver from Shoeberry, to Hope Bay, also to Hotbox and to Kevin.
They get the youth, them a superstar. They get the youth, them a rising star. And it no really matter who you are. If you no check for the youth, stay far. And not everything you figure talk it make them hear. And not every clothes you figure buy it make them wear. No chemical you should have put in a the mirror. Make big man a give your little girl bus fear. And not every food you fi give them fi eat. And not every shoes you fi put on them feet. And not everything you fi do make them see it. Don't leave them vulnerable and protected in the street. Get your youths them a superstar. Get your youths them a rising star. And it don't really matter who you are. If you no check for the youth, stay far. Jamaica children them a superstar. Jamaica children them a rising star. No kill them off in a bus and car. Protect them go near and far.
you're gonna be responsible. Sin. And I say you find yourself for the instrument of influence, use it in a positive sense, or else you're gonna pay the consequence. Rebel speaks again. I say be careful what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you say to my sister. She could be the next prime minister. I say if you watch what you say to me daughter, cause in the long run she could be your doctor. Oh, you feel mention that to me son Dan. I mean no woman little it on a gunman. Still you never listen. Your ears must be missing. Every day you say you're gonna shine and not glisten. You're talking for the scream and the lighter and the whistle. It look like you forget all about that blessing. The words not from your mouth. Meditation of your heart to be free from negative. Of every sort. What a good come, you better go a good calf. Be careful what you inject, what you inject in the youth them talk. And just watch what you teach your little children. Make sure I know something to hurt them. Mind what you saying to my sister, cause she could be the next prime minister. I say be careful what you saying to me daughter, cause in the long run she could be your doctor. Oh, you feel mention that to me son Dan. I mean no woman little want it on a gunman. Mr. Tire, Mr. Jacket, you false prophet, leading the children astray, you for stop it. Just a money rocket for put in your pocket. Give the people water for carry in a basket. So if you find yourself with the instrument of influence, anytime you use it, use your conscience. The seed where you sow, it is no accident. And none of you shall escape the judgment. And watch where you teach your little children. Make sure I know something free hurt them. I say for mind what you saying to my sister, cause she could be the next prime minister. I said be careful what you saying to me daughter, cause in the long run she could be your doctor. Oh, you feel mention that to me son Dan. Me know I'm a little what it on a gunman. If you say you love the youth, and that is the truth, we will find out, cause you are judged by the fruit. If you teach them to shoot and don't prostitute, and you on your shoulder now go dilute. Tomorrow man and woman is the youth of today. So at this tender age you shouldn't lead them astray. Your responsibility is to show them the way, and if you don't then somebody have to pay. So watch when you teach your little children. Make sure I know something fit hurt them. Mind what you say to my sister, cause she could be the next prime minister. Oh, you fi say them the things to me daughter, when in the long run she could be your doctor. Nobody
yeah, man, I'm not there, you know.
And car. Every ghetto youth are now a superstar. We were brought from the motherland from far. Teach the youth rights, don't teach them wrong. Let them know they have a new generation. Oh, protect them from frustration. Let them know they must be wise and be strong. Hey, what are we fighting for? Is it for the peace in land of Sun Call? Every ghetto youth are now a superstar. We were brought from the motherland from far. Hey, the youth in the street crying for hunger. While the need is simple food and somewhere to shelter. Is there a prime minister? Is that the problem is solved? Is getting worse. What are we fighting for? Is it for the pretty land of Sun Call? Every ghetto youth are now a superstar. We were brought from the motherland from far. Which are poor, every man wants to earn. I hope soon the selfish court will adjourn, and each and every one will love the turn. So we will always know what life is fun. It's not for the pretty land of some kind, because we wanna know has to be a superstar. Hey, what are we fighting for? Is it for the pretty land of some kind? Every ghetto youth are now a superstar. We were brought from the motherland from far. Teach the youth right, stop teach them wrong. Let them know they are the new generation. Oh, protect
just want to say good afternoon to all the youths that are listening to this program. And to let you all know that in many, many cases, you're not the problem. It's the elders that are the problem. They never took the time to teach you. They never took the time to inform themselves. So that when you come now and you are trying to learn, they are figuring that there's something wrong with you. I've even heard cases of people taking their children and getting the mad people injection just because they are questioning the authority or lack of authority. So you just keep on doing what you're doing. I'm here for you, and as long as you tune in, I give you, not indoctrinating you in no religion, not Rastafari, no Christian, no Muslim, no nothing. Just letting you know of our African heritage and who we are as a people and how we should align ourselves in the world. I just want to give a shout out to who's this Winzy in Toronto, Canada. Thank you very much, Denise. Denise says that's why she can't miss my show. No, she loved my show because she just loved what I said to the youths a while ago. Yes, we're there for you.
African story. Tell them about them African glory. Let them know they are kings and queens and build up their self-esteem. Not teach about Christopher Columbus.
African glory. Though we struggle, Jah is the rule and protect of I and I life. Oh man, I'm right. Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One more shedding of blood for a nation to move forward. Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. But make we can all unite, put each man difference aside. Why can't we just come together? See some tribal wars and fight. Who knows better must do better. A source of collective insight may not be exposed to education, but surely knows wrong from right. Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. Step up within a motivation, teach I to be self-sufficient. Don't want to depend on no one for attainment of my brain. Oh, these words are my calling. Children crying white squad tears. Hunger rampant, harvest plenty. Ooh, oh, Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One more shedding of blood for any nation to move forward. Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. Free Africa, a free Africa. Free Africa, a free Indie Africa. Free Africa, the whole entire Africa. Free Africa, whoa, yeah. Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. But make we can all unite, put each man difference aside. Why can't we just come together, seize this tribal war and fight? Who know better must do better. A force of collective insight may not be exposed to education, but surely knows wrong from right. Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. Africans with African pride, fighting to attain our rights. One more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. One more shedding of blood for this nation to move forward. One more shedding of give thanks for making it the Spiritual Vibrations program. I hope you enjoyed sharing your morning with me and part of the afternoon. I certainly had a ball, as I always do. Shall you give thanks? We are united once again. What I'm saying, together again? Yes. I don't know. It looks like Chungy can't come out of my life because from 1995 until now.
Till now.
No matter where me go.
So what? Me no count. Me no count.
But here, you know.
Me no count.
But here, you know, they you know see me all right, but you something about to the real big man there, so you know what I see?
Talk chung in
All right. At least him give me a chance to give thanks to Styles. And to give thanks to the ancestors, those who did not jump over the ship, and those who did not get murdered, and whatever. Even, all right, I'm not about to go this up. But anyway, those who survived so that we can be here today. Have yourselves a positive, productive, peaceful, healthy, and a blessed week. My name is Sister P, and I look forward to joining you next week, Thursday at 9 a.m. And just a reminder, because if I ever leave this out chung, it vexes me. Energy drinks are dangerous to your health. No.
And take it easy on the French fries too. All right?
You hear what Grayson and Georgia say? Mookie jealous.
Very much. Very much. Very much.
You know what I mean? You know where I'm talking from. Anyway, did you say anything bad about me yesterday?
Not I think of. Not I know of.
Oh, by the way, did you put a French flag on your
French
Facebook
flag
page?
on my Facebook page?
Yes.
No.
Why?
Because I don't know.
You don't know.
I never know what it's about, so I just no bother.
Oh, all right.
So I'm another person. I not really run in and do something.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much.
I leave it because I say when after now I hear some people that talk about it, so I say so I'm to the rest of the people I always die.
What?
And
but you did it with me, Mookie.
Why want to them? No, Sister P, come on. Sister,
you
know Mookie. I say want to them rest of people.
Yeah.
Want to the Jamaicans when something go on for
serious thing?
So you know, some is like, all right.
But you ever notice how the leader of the country and the opposition and those people, them Mr. Them can quick figure give what you call the condolences. Mr. Me remember when
it's something I say.
You remember when some people go storm the parliament up at Canada, within hours we give condolence. But what if we people them? We don't count. We don't count. I'm gonna tell you. But you know something? It's the same people them way is for them, you know. It's them people them really are this, you know, because it's not people like we, because certainly as somebody put their fingers are very, very important, so they wouldn't really be dipping that into nothing for nobody. They never telling you, you know. So there's someone on Facebook now, she said that thing, and we must vote, because if we don't vote, it's only illiterate people going to illiterate and unemployable people are the ones, this is what you're right, you know, that are not going to vote, that are going to vote. So me right back and say, so who made these people illiterate and unemployable?
Right.
You know, and then she says, oh, you people just staying foreign. Me she talking. You people just staying foreign and this and that about Jamaica and so forth and so on. So anyway, by the time I straighten her out now and tell her, I say, no, I am right here in Portland. And then she go off into a thing now. How she's well known from one corner of Jamaica to the next. I never heard the woman name before. So, Mr. Well, all right, me not really compete with her, but me just say, listen, I came back home and everybody was running away, and I think that I have done my fair share, so I don't really live in foreign. Well, the woman take me on, and I tell you. So afterwards, I said to her, I say, boy, look like it's Trace, you want Trace.
Okay.
So I say, here what happened now? Me bigger than tracing. So she said, here, oh, so you call me idiot. I said, I was trained. This is it, you know. So I said, no, I was taught not to call people names. But the woman just couldn't stop. I mean, it just to show you how. But anyway, it so turned out that she's a member of the Green Tribe.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay. Oh.
It was a tribal thing, and I wasn't getting into the midst of the tribe. Because not even in Africa we have tribes. We have ethnic groups. So, I am so glad, Mookie, that we're on the same page, because I know that between Fitzroy and Chris Mackenzie, you would have had a hard time if you weren't on the same page with me.
No, but Sister P, all right. People might make let's come on radio and say, Mookie is a madman, because we do schizophrenia. Because them is schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia.
And then I really understand. I kind of pre-out life. I kind of pre-out the things going on and them things. And I always hear people say some things, but sometimes I just ignore it because here we go on. It take two to make a quarrel. It take a group of people to make an argument all the way. So I'm going to skip back, relax. Listen what them say. If I want to run with it, I run with it. If I want to make it stay, make it stay. Like what I always do. So I just make the friends thing, make it stay. Because here we go on now. Me say, we every day we talk about politics, we talk about life rough, and when some little things happen to us, when some little killings and something happen to us in Jamaica, me not say even our Jamaicans on Facebook I put up a flag say boy,
Jamaica,
peace for Jamaica
no.
and whatever this
no.
and that. But as a next country like even say America with say some. I don't really bash nobody. Say, for instance, they have one shooting in America. Everybody put up the front America flag. Everybody will put up the British this. So what happened to Jamaica? What happened to we?
What happened to we?
So me always just say, I don't mean that.
But you know, I'm finding out on the program this morning how much the French, the countries that France colonized, was a very interesting program. Movie.
Right.
Finding out how much, and it brought to mind to me. How much does Jamaica have to pay England for pulling out of Jamaica? You know, that's very interesting because we never think of it that way. But once I realized that the African nations have to pay France all of this money and all of these stipulations, I'm just wondering, well, we know that we have to pay for her agent here, which is the Governor General.
Right.
We pay a lot of money to maintain a Governor General, a lot of money. But I wonder if there's any cash money. I'm sure we have to pay to be a part of the Commonwealth of Nations, which I always say we are common and they have the wealth.
That's true.
Yes. So, but these are things that as weeks go by, you know, because I always need to. Very interesting program this morning, Mookie.
Okay.
Yes, very interesting program. I mean, like, just in other words, the terror that France has created all over the world, it's sort of like made these youths angry.
Right.
And this is the backlash of it.
Okay.
So as while we give condolences, we have to also understand and not just follow mainstream media and blah, 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 blah. In other words, we are not monkey do, as Monkey says. We're individual thinkers. That's why our fingers are so important. No ink. Have a great show, Mookie.
Yes, and I want to have a blessed evening. You know.
Yes, I certainly will. I'm looking forward running down to you know where right now.
Okay.
When you coming for lunch, Mookie?
One of these days. Remember, I mean, most Saturdays me busy. You know what? We are go Golden Grove the 11th, don't? Yes, the 11th of December.
So, Chungy, roll in my answer, yeah.
I wonder if you did. Here now, the 11th, we're going to stop at Sister P and have lunch before we go Golden Grove. Yeah, we're going to stop at Sister P and have lunch. So, yeah, the pretty building, people, that's in Oak Bay. You cannot pass it. The building is where, who used to do this again? It was the what, PNP office? Yeah, it was right there. So people in Oak Bay can check it out.
Play reggae music.
All right. But, Chung, you have anything you want to say? You have anything you want to say?
I only play reggae music, sister, or whoever you are.
God bless everybody. Later.
Chung, you're not easy. But Sister P, I hope you have a blessed evening.
Yeah, man, me good. Me good. There's a listener that called in and said that my songs are very full because I did not play any reggae music.
Okay, Sister
sounded like a very young person who probably thinks that the only music that is dancehall music is reggae music.
Sister P, can I say something to you? Yeah, my mother. I'm gonna tell her what you do now. Them always knock me them with it. Here we do. So when they say that, they say okay, next time I will play it.
Oh, that's what you say?
Yeah.
What you say to me no says it's dancehall music they want, and it's not that. In other words, you are so stupid that you don't know that reggae music. You don't know reggae music.
Yeah, because enough people know. But you have to understand, you know, Sister P. You see, reggae music, the people in Jamaica don't really know what is reggae music and dancehall music.
Yeah.
Because me we play a dancehall and hear the Mookie, why I can't play reggae music? Me have to say, bossy. This is dancehall music.
Yes.
Reggae music is more a slower type of genre of music, people.
Smoking herb music.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Smoking
no energy
sensimania
drinks.
music.
You don't take
Smoking,
energy drinks.
all right, as gone to Sister P, smoking sensimania music. So that is what you mean when she said herb music. You know what I mean? So people are that kind of music. See them like reggae music and R&B with a mix because they're mostly slow together. Dancehall music and the pop music, them that's fast enough. So
it's energy drinks music.
People use a reference with it, because people say reggae are chronics, and that's it. Them not try to, define it further and say, because suppose chronics step on a dancehall rhythm now, that still make it reggae? It sound different. It just sound different. So people need to realize, say, there's dancehall and there's reggae. And you have different type of stuff along the way. You have rock steady, you have ska.
They don't know that, Chongi, because they are so uneducated. They don't know that. So if you're a young child knowing up to sound like a young person, you would think that to hear that music, it has to be dancehall music. And if you're not playing dancehall music, you're not singing. And of course, people know that there are certain artists that I do not play none at all, because when you bleach out your face with and start favor the croaking lizard in my yard, I have no reason I can listen to the croaking lizard croaking croak croak instead of having to listen to your music, because me and you are not on the same page. So why am I bigging you up?
Well, anyway. Different strokes to different folks.
Absolutely. Well, somebody have to stand up. It's one thing I have to say, You see them people who are suicide bombers, there's a certain part of them that I said to myself, my goodness, when I have nobody over this side of the world that is committed to nothing. Not that we want no suicide bombers.
Yes.
But we don't have people that are committed to something that they're willing to die for. Anyway.
JIS Radio presents Roundabout JA, a 5-minute feature on local news, ideas, people, places, and things. Roundabout JA.
On our next stop Roundabout JA, we pay a visit to Jonathan Grant High School. And later, our Glimpses of Jamaica segment and a child care tip. Welcome. Stay with us. Jonathan Grant High School in St. Catherine has been a school to watch over the past 3 years, since Dr. O'Neill Ankle was appointed to the post of principal. And as it continues to strive for excellence, the school will be hosting its science fair and exhibition on November 20 under the theme, Promoting Holistic Development Through STEM Education. The fair will focus on science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or STEM, and will feature robotics and recycling competitions, and booths from several agencies in the science and technology industry, such as the Scientific Research Council and the Meteorological